Hello, I'm Jared, and this is my audience. And this is my speech on golf. For many people, golf seems simply inaccessible, a sport meant for the rich and famous and not meant for anyone else. But for me, golf is so much more than that. It's an opportunity to make friends and stay connected with my family, and it's a great way to relieve stress from homework. So today, I will walk you through the game of golf and show you how it's a game for everyone, not just the rich. First, I will tee it up with the origins of golf. Secondly, we will make our approach with a look into the equipment of golf. And lastly, we will sink the putt as we learn how to play the game of golf. So let's start the round by looking into the origins of golf, such as the invention of golf, the worldwide spread of golf, and where it is today. There is some debate on the true origin of golf. However, the most widely accepted theory is that it originated in Scotland. History, March 30th, 2022 reports that the first written mention of golf was found in 1457 in an Act of Parliament by King James II, King of Scots, in which he banned sports, including golf, from being played. Now, it is widely believed that golf had been played for quite some time before this, which would mean that golf is well over 500 years old. Now, since its invention, golf has continued to grow in popularity, reaching across the world. Kaiser University College of Golf, May 25th, 2021 states that golf first spread across Europe in the 18th and early 19th century, and followed by America in the late 19th century. And finally, it expanded into Asia in the 20th century, with Japan becoming one of the largest golfing cultures by the mid-20th century. As of right now, golf is the most popular it's been in decades, with associations like the PGA, the LIV Tour, and the TGL, to name a few. Now, not to mention public golf in general. Golf Digest April 7th, 2021 reports that as of 2020, golf has experienced an increase of over 500,000 new golfers in the US alone, and reaching numbers of 24.8 million golfers in the country. And this stat has only increased with the years. So now that I've warmed you up with the origins of golf, join me as we round the corner with some insight into golf equipment. Now, like many sports, golf has a lot of utilities. So let's rifle through the bag as we discuss some of those utilities, specifically what's used, the evolution of golf, and some affordable options. Now, golf has quite the tool set, like apparel, clubs, rangefinders, bags, and frankly, so much it can get confusing. So for today, let's just take a look at arguably the most important part, the golf clubs. USGA, as of 2023, states that in your bag, you can only have a maximum of 14 clubs. Now, of these 14, you can have any combination of drivers, fairway woods, irons, wedges, and putters. Now, for many centuries, these golf clubs were made out of wood, which lasted until the early 20th century. Tour Quality Golf, May 15th, 2024, describes how in 1920, the first instances of steel shafts were being implemented, giving much more consistency and durability than the original hickory shafts. And the late 20th saw the introduction of metal club heads being used for drivers and fairway woods. Now, since then, clubs have continued to be revolutionized with materials like carbon, causing even more breakthroughs in technology. Now, with all these breakthroughs, there does come a cost, and a pretty expensive one at that. Each year, the price tag on clubs rises, and after a while, it feels impossible to get into the game with the thousands of dollars that it takes to buy a set. But it's not all hopeless. My Golf Spy, May 2nd, 2025, talks about the perks of buying second-hand golf clubs. Whether it's from stores like Play It Again, thrift stores, or even some golf shops, buying second-hand is a great way to save money and still get really good equipment. To quote them, sometimes the best performing clubs aren't the newest. So now that we've looked at what's in the bag, let's grab some lessons as we take a look at how to play the game of golf. Now, golf can be a confusing game, so let's break it down and talk about the basics of how to play, some weird and useful rules, and finally, where to play. Now, to start, playing a golf hole usually consists of about 4 shots. They're also called strokes. The tee shot, which happens in the tee box, the approach shot, which happens in the fairway, hopefully, the chip, which is when you're close to but not yet on the green, and finally the putt, which is when you're on the green and trying to get it into the cup. Now the main goal is to finish the round of 9 or 18 holes with the lowest number of strokes possible. From there, it's all up to you on how you get there. So now let's say you get into golf and you really enjoy it, so you want to start competing. Well, let's look at a couple of rules, one weird one and one useful one. Today's Golfer, February 17, 2017, reports that one rule is where if your ball lands in the clubhouse and it's not considered out of bounds, you are actually allowed to make your shot from inside the clubhouse through an open window or even an open door. Now, on the other hand, a useful rule is the lost ball rule. Let's say you start looking for your ball. You have 3 minutes to find it before it becomes fully lost and you have to drop a new one. So now that we've looked at how to play, let's look at where to play. With so many courses around the world, it can be a very tough choice. So, Golf November 1st, 2023 states that courses like Pine Valley, New Jersey, Cypress Point in California, and St. Andrews in Scotland are some of the best courses in the world. And that's all well and good if you can afford a $300 tee time and thousands of dollars in membership fees. But for more affordable options, let's just look right in our own neighborhood at courses like Saticoy Regional, Olivas Links, and Sterling Hills. These are great courses that aren't going to burn a hole in your wallet and will still offer a ton of fun. So today, we walked through the course through the origins of golf. We then took a hack at some of the equipment used in golf. And lastly, we signed the scorecard after looking at how to play the game. Now, I acted as your caddy as I introduced you to the sport and how it can be for everyone. Now, golf is a great sport. Whether for networking, letting off some steam, or competition, golf, it does it all. So I encourage everyone, just go out there. Take a big stick and whack a tiny ball. Have some fun with this 500-year-old sport. Thank you.